Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game.
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping himself coming near side. Can they hit him?
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And Neshannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Coming to you live from Mars Centennial School for WPIAL Class 2A quarterfinal softball action here at lcsportsnet.com. The 1-seed Neshannock Lancers undefeated against the 8-seed Charleroi Cougars with a trip to the semifinals on the line. I'm James Dotson, Jay Moan alongside for today's contest. Our Luxembourg, Rabbit, Kelly, and George pregame show underway. Thanks to our friends at LGKG. Visit them online, lgkg.com, for your free consultation. Let's get this right out of the way first, Jay. Not the only Neshannock game going on right now. We expected that the game would be over by now. A 2 o'clock start down at Matulovic Field. Currently 3-2, Neshannock leading in extra innings in that one. But Burgettstown has bases loaded and another pitching change for Neshannock. We'll keep you posted on that one, but we got a great one here today with a berth into the semifinals on the line. And with that, too, Jay, the winner today is into the state tournament as well. So big things on tap here today for these two squads, the Lancers and the Cougars.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Neshannock play. I haven't seen them play yet this year so far, and Charleroi looks like they're going to be good opposition for them.
Absolutely. I mean, and you want to talk about experience with the two teams going at it, because they are two teams that played each other last year in the playoffs. And if last year is indicative of anything, that was an extra innings game that Neshannock won 5-3. How much can you really take from last year to this year, Jay?
Every year is different. I'm not sure who pitched last year, but you have a freshman pitcher this year for Neshannock, so see how she does.
Yeah, so definitely a new pitcher there. It was a freshman last year who threw in Abigail Measle, threw a great game. She's the 1B, the number 2 pitcher really on the course of the year, but you can really say 1A and 1B the way that those two have thrown. But let's talk about that freshman, Addie Fry. The numbers just speak for themselves. Yeah, a 9-0 record in the circle on the season. I'm sorry, a 13-0 record, a sub-1 ERA, almost 2 strikeouts per inning on average. And, oh, by the way, not too shabby at the plate either, is she?
I saw the 7 homers and 44 RBIs. Very impressive.
We're going to try to keep tabs on that Neshannock game, as it is now a 2-out game, in that contest. 3-2 Neshannock boys leading that game. Winner of this one will take on either Chartiers Houston or Laurel. That game underway. We'll try to get you score updates on that one. The other games on the Class 2A softball bracket: Fraser against Seton LaSalle, and Our Lady of the Sacred Heart against Bentworth. How about a 14 seed taking down the 3 seed in a 1-0 game? Ligonier Valley, a team that has who everybody claims is the top team, the top pitcher in Class 2A. Unfortunately, she was unable to pitch in that game. And Bentworth is the team that is able to take them down in that game, Jay. So any given game, anything is possible.
That's right. You have to play the game.
Number 10 in center field, Ella Seipel.
Tie ball game in the Neshannock baseball game. Bases loaded hit batsman ties that one here. But looking at this one, we'll get the full starting lineups here in a moment. Our LGKG starting lineup. Neshannock in the white will be the home team. Charleroi also in the white, but with the red pants, they will be the visiting team. Let's take a look at the starting nine first for the Charleroi Cougars. Leading off is their catcher, McKenna DeUnger, Shortstop, Lena Henderson will bat second. Riley Jones, first baseman, hits third. Sophia Shalashi, the pitcher, will hit fourth. Emma Stefanik is the designated player. Third baseman Maddie Lancey will hit sixth. Left fielder Tylee Perrock will hit seventh, followed by right fielder Reese Eddy, and center fielder Ella Sipholt will hit ninth. So DeUnger, Henderson, Jones, Salashi, Stefanik, Lancey, Perrock, Eddy, and Sipholt, your starting nine. And Avery Pendo, the flex, she will be playing second base. Before we look at the Neshannock defense, Jay, talk about the youth of this team. One senior on each of these two teams' roster. That's incredible.
You always have 4 or 5 seniors, you think, but they're very, very young, both teams.
So it means you can be expecting hopefully great things from these two teams over the course of the next few years. But more than anything, it's about right now. And right now, a game on the line with a trip to the semifinals. Neshannock, an 11-1 victory over Fort Cherry. Charleroi, a 5-3 victory over Sarah Catholic in their game. So something's got to give. Charleroi actually winning on a walk-off, much like how Neshannock was able to get a late victory last year. How about that? Charleroi was the 8 seed a year ago, Neshannock the 9. Well, Charleroi is the 8 again this year, but now Neshannock the top-seeded number 1 seed. And how about a non-section schedule that includes wins over the 5A number 1 team, the number 3 team, scrimmage against the top team in 4A? Just what does that experience, Jay, in those games give to a team like Neshannock here?
You have to play the better competition, get better.
We are into the 12th inning of the Neshannock boys game. Incredible in that one, as Neshannock boys scored one in the top of the inning, but a bases loaded hit batsman tied that game back up. We'll keep tabs on that one as best as we can. Let's look at the LGKG defensive alignment. Thanks again to our friends at Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George. The outfield from left to right: Jaden Malaysia, Nalia Nogue, and Kat Nativio. On the left side of the infield, Gabby Quinns at third base, Erilyn Nogue at shortstop, Ali Giordano at second base, Hunter Newman, the first baseman, Gabby Perrod behind the dish for Addie Fry. Again, the 13-0 record as a freshman. Just absolutely impressive stuff so far for the right-hander. She'll be in the circle, all turf here as well. We just had a little rain shower, so turf might get a little bit slippy out there.
I think the rain's over, we hope.
We hope. 5:08 time of our first pitch. It's in there for strike one as we're ready to go here from Mars High School. The 0-1 pitch just misses inside, evens the count at 1-1. McKenna DeUnger, a .340 hitter on the year in the leadoff spot. We'll step in there. And this one misses up and in and actually hits DeUnger. So the catcher gets on base the hard way.
It didn't look like it was too fast of a pitch there, so shouldn't hurt too much.
Well, she'll gladly take it, and the catcher will run for herself down at first base. And Lena Henderson, junior shortstop, will now step to the plate. Henderson swings through a first pitch offering for strike one. A lot of stolen bases you're going to see today, Jay. 64 stolen bases on the year for Charleroi, over 100 on the year for Neshannock. They average 6 swiped bags per game. Swinging through this fastball, quickly 0-2 the count to Lena Henderson, a .267 hitter on the season.
Reese Eddy leads the Charleroi with 12 stolen bases.
She's one that turns it over, the 8 hitter here today. 3-pitch strikeout, though, to retire Henderson for the first out of the game, the first strikeout of the game as well for Addie Fry.
Now batting for Charleroi, number 4, Riley
That's what you like to
Jones.
do. 3 pitches, and she's done till next time up.
Yeah, nothing too fancy on that one.
No.
Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, and that brings up Riley Jones, one of the top hitters on this team, hitting third. Fouls this one straight back at us for strike 1. Glad to be here on the all-turf field. I think this is going to be our home away from home from the sounds of things here, Jay.
Yeah. It's a nice field.
Strike 2 on the swing, 0-2 the count. Yeah, today's game, tomorrow Union will be here, as will we, and they go for a semifinal. It's actually their 4th straight season into the WPIAL semifinals for Union. They'll be taking on Greensburg Central Catholic here tomorrow. That one misses upstairs, 1-2 the count. And if Neshannock or Laurel win their game here today in the semifinals, or in the quarterfinals to get to the semifinals, that semifinal on Wednesday almost guaranteed to be here as well. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Jones. This one popped up, back and out of play. Count remains 1-2 to Jones, 423 hitter on the season. The first baseman, again, almost all sophomores and juniors in this starting lineup. It is ridiculous how many they have. Jones, one of the 7 sophomores in the starting 10. Swings and misses through the rise ball for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for Charleroi, 25.
Back-to-back
Sophia
strikeouts
Selassie.
after the leadoff hit batsman. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Sophia Selassie, who played the hero in walk-off fashion in their opening round victory over Sarah Catholic. First pitch misses down and away for ball 1.
Sophia leads them with 4 homers for the team lead. And she's also the starting pitcher.
So trying to help herself out here in the top of the first inning. 1-0 count. Good hold as that one drifts outside. 2-0 now to count to Selassie. As you mentioned, 4 homers, but also shown the speed at times. 4 swiped bags on the season for the long-legged Selassie.
Very long-legged.
And again, another sophomore. She's out in front of this one. Goes foul down the first baseline. 2-1 to count.
You're going to say that a lot today, James. Sophomore.
7 sophomores, 3 juniors. Just it really is incredible, isn't it? Just the number of underclassmen that you're going to see. And it's just great for the future of a program. This one swung on and missed. 2-2 now the count. Trey Tillman says this is by far, too, the best team that he's had in his 12 seasons. Just the chemistry is awesome. They're so much fun to coach. That's what you love to hear.
It's nice to be able to get players enjoy the coach.
2-2 is popped up, and it's going to go foul back and out of play. Now, see, if we had moved back, that would have been right in the line of fire, right?
I could have caught it, maybe.
Maybe could have caught it. Now, the raindrops began. They were trying to usher us under the tent here. Well, Jay's covered. I'm not. The equipment's not, but
Well, part of the equipment is.
yeah, part of it. We got the important stuff done. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fry delivers. Another one fouled back to the screen, so a good battle here from Selassie.
She's making good contact. Just hasn't put in fair play yet.
Keep you tabs on the Neshannock boys game now in the 12th inning. You heard that right, the 12th inning. Neshannock with runners in scoring position. This one high and comes right at Jay. I won't tell everybody that Jay jumped on that wild pitch.
Yes, I did. There's a big screen in front of me.
You know what? I had it set up that we're just off of camera, too, from our center field cam, so that works out perfectly. But that one just a little bit too high. Payoff pitch. And it's strike 3 after a leadoff hit batsman. Addie Fry able to get 3 straight strikeouts to end the inning and leave a runner in scoring position. We'll keep it right here as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Charleroi 0, Neshannock coming up to bat. Before we get their batting order, Neshannock 5, Charleroi 3. Or Neshannock 5, excuse me. I knew I was going to do that once. Neshannock 5, Burgettstown 3 in the boys game as they score 2 runs in the top of the 12th inning. Your starting lineup for Neshannock under Jackie Lash, leading off center fielder Nalia Noge. Her younger sister Erilyn Noge, the shortstop, will hit second. Pitcher Addie Fry hitting third. First baseman Hunter Newman in the cleanup spot. Third baseman Gabby Quinn will hit fifth, followed by fellow Gabby, the catcher, Gabby Parad, hitting sixth. Allie Giordano, second baseman, hits seventh, followed by Kat Nativio hitting eighth. She is playing in right field. And the designated player Katie DiMuccio will hit ninth. Jane Malaysia, the flex, in left field. So Nalia, then Erilyn Noge, Fry, Newman, Quinn, Parad, Giordano, Nativio, DiMuccio, the starting 9 in the batting order for the Neshannock Lancers, 19-0, the champions, out of Section 4. And this Class 2A classification, again, so extremely deep. I mean, you looked at the fact that easily 1 through 6, 1 through 7 were teams that everybody could have said, well, that team could easily be a top 3 or 4 seed without much question. This Charleroi team, only 2 section losses as well, Jay. Playing a very tough section. They were beaten pretty handily by Fraser the first time they played, a 11-2 defeat. But they come back later on the road and only fall to Fraser 2-0. That's the number 2 seed. This is a team that knows how to play. You have a lefty in the circle who was strong as a freshman, now back as a sophomore. This is going to be a really fun matchup for us to continue to watch.
I'm looking forward to this one, too. This should be a great game.
Salashi 9-5 in the circle, a 1.62 earned run average, averaging 1.5 strikeouts per inning. And one of the things I wanted to mention, you don't want to give up free bases. You love Salashi. For every walk she gives up, she's averaging 7 strikeouts. How about Addie Fried on the other side? For every walk she's given up, 15 strikeouts. That's an incredible ratio, and that's why these two teams have been as successful as they have been.
Well, pitching's one of the most important things in the game. Hitting's important, but if you have a good pitcher, then the hitting doesn't come sometimes.
Look how far in the infield is playing against Nalia Noge. First pitch in there, misses on the outside corner for ball 1. Noge hitting well over 500 on the year. She's going to Fordham next year to play softball.
Is she going to continue her basketball too or not?
She is not. She loves basketball but loves softball that much more, says the coaches and her parents. Her dad is the third base coach, Don Noge. Jeff Schaefer coaching at first. Head coach Jackie Lash stands in the dugout. Nalia Noge, I'd tell you what her stats were in the opening round game, but I can't because she did not participate in that game. This one misses upstairs. The first round game was the same day as the WPIAL Track and Field Championships. She and Erilyn both competed and both qualified for the state tournament. So they did not get back in time to play in the softball game. Luckily, their teammates able to prevail 11-1. This one, grounder towards second base, taken on the backhand, taken at first base for the out. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning for Neshannock.
Nice play by the second baseman.
Yeah, how about Pendo there, because that's a play with how far up she has to play. That ball is on her even more quickly than you would expect.
She picked it up real short, hopped right up.
Now Erilyn Noge to the plate. First pitch outside for ball 1. Erilyn qualified by finishing 4th in the triple jump in the WPIAL. Nalia Noge qualified for 100 and 200 meters. 1-0 count. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. And that's part of it right there too, Jay. These fast Noges at the top of the lineup, hitting out of the left-handed batter's box as well. Just makes it that much more difficult to get them out.
They get that quick step out of the batter's box.
1-1, slap the other way, foul down the third base line, and it will hit the turf. Count now 1-2. Give you as much view as we can here of the venue. We'll have a multi-cam setup on Tuesday and potentially Wednesday if either Laurel or Neshannock are right back here at Mars. 1 ball, 2 strike the count to Noge, also hitting over 500 on the season. Rise ball misses upstairs from Salashi. 2-2 the count.
She thought about it, but then it held back.
Good hold from the junior. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Took a little off of it there. Changeup so deceptive. First strikeout of the game for Salashi. Strikeout number 149 on the season.
That is impressive. 149.
149 for Salashi, 119 on the other side for Fry. I think we're going to see plenty of K's out there on the scoreboard today. And here's pitcher-on-pitcher matchup as Addie Fry steps into the batter's box. The top 4 batters in this batting order all hitting over 500 on the season, Jay.
That's unheard of.
This one fisted towards first base. It's going to fall in, just foul behind the first baseman, and I mean just foul by inches.
I thought that hit the line, but it didn't. Umpire right in the spot.
Yep. 3-man crew makes it really easy to see for sure.
That would have been tough for the home plate umpire to see that.
You're right, 2-man crew, and that probably would have been looking at the other way with how close it was. Would have been tough, especially when you have runners going down and fielders running down that way. Tough to be able to see for sure. 2-1 to count to the freshman Addie Fry. The lefty, Salashi in the circle. Paints the outside corner, and a little fist pump on that one. She was happy with that pitch, Jay.
Yes, she was. I thought Fry was going to go for it.
Still has one to come. This one grounded towards shortstop, taking on a couple hops. Tough bounce, and it's going to be safe at first base. Fry thought about second and then decides to hustle back to the bag. Going to have to give E6, but gets Fry on board with the first base runner of the game for Neshannock with 2 down.
Lancers, number 22, Hunter Newman.
And that brings Hunter Newman to the plate, and you thought Noge, or Fry had good numbers? How about Hunter Newman? .635 batting average on the season.
These numbers are ridiculous.
Alina Frengel is on first base as the courtesy runner, which means that we have to make the official announcement. We have a Mark Frengel sighting here at Mars. If only Lee were here, he would be going nuts. That one's going to Lee. 2 down. First pitch, outside corner. Frengel's going to have to dive back in. Slides back in safely. Ball 1 on the pitch. Newman, a .635 hitter. One of 3 players in the top 4 in this batting order. Part of Coach G's championship basketball team. Newman, the 6th man off the bench. But softball, her main sport. Fouls this one back into the screen. 1-1 to count now to Newman. And does a little bit of everything. 12 stolen bases, but how about 9 doubles, 4 triples, a pair of home runs? Jay, she's done it all.
She has.
Trying to help her team here in bottom of the first inning. Trying to get her Lancers an early lead with the runner at first base and 2 down. Two balls, 1 strike to count as Salashi delivers. This one drilled but fouled on the first base line and out of play. Count will remain 2-2.
A little behind in that swing.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. This one hit towards center field. That's going to be gapped as the center fielder was shaded towards left. That's going to be extra bases. Alina going the entire way, not stopping at all, and she's going to slide in safely for the first run of the game for Neshannock. RBI double. That's RBI number 31 for Newman.
Good hustle by Noge. Never gave it a thought about stopping, just kept going around the bases. That's that speed you talked about right there.
Well, I'll tell you what, the speed looked like a Noge out there. But that was Alina Frengel who was running.
That's right. My mistake there.
Yeah, you know what? With that speed, that's a fine mistake to make. I stuttered on it too. So Neshannock strikes first with the 10th double of the season for Newman, and then trying to double with it. That one's going to be fair down the first baseline. Trading places with her is going to be Gabby Quinn, the freshman, first pitch swinging, doubles it right down the line. Quickly, Neshannock up 2-0.
Now batting, number 14, Gabrielle Perode.
So Gabby Perode will now step to the plate. Guess what? Another underclassman. Another sophomore But man, did this sophomore grow up in a hurry in the first playoff game. As she's first pitch swing, pop up towards second base, and it's going to be falling in between short and third base. Tough play there as Lancey came at the last second to try to cut it off. That's going to have to be an E5 on the little pop-up. So a pair of hits, but a pair of errors in the inning as well. I think we're going to have another courtesy runner going out there in Aubrey Ragone. To finish the thought, though, on Parode, 2 home runs in the first round and 8 RBIs. That's called stepping up in the absence of 2 of your best hitters.
I tell you what, that's something.
2 on, 2 down, 2 runs already in for the Lancers. Now to the plate, Allie Giordano. She squares the bunt, and that's going to allow runners to try to advance, sliding in there safely, and they're going to try to send her home on the play as well, and going to get there safely as well. So the fake bunt brings the defenders in. It was well covered, Jay, but just couldn't hang on to it.
You think that was an E5 again?
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be.
It looked like the throw was there, but.
So stolen base first on the double steal for both Quinn and Ragone, the courtesy runner. But then E5, third error of the first inning, is going to bring another run in for Neshannock. Strike on the pitch, 0-1 the count. After the quick conference in the circle, Charleroi back out there, and this one gets away, and that's going to allow base runner to advance another 90 feet. Ragone now at third on the wild pitch. Neshannock baseball leading by 2 in the bottom of the 12th, though Burgettstown with a tying run at the plate now in that one. This one drilled but foul up the hillside down the first baseline. Lots of seating, kind of Williamsport style down the first baseline, Jay. Plenty of room to find a good seat out on the hill with your lawn chair.
That's a nice view, too. You have to worry about trying to look through the fence.
This one drilled again down the first baseline, a little closer to fair territory. Coach Schaefer has to duck out of the way. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strike.
It's been a good first inning for Neshannock.
Allie Giordano facing the 1-2 count from Salashi. She drills another one down the first baseline. Mentioned she had a flair for the Dramatics down to their last out in the game against Laurel in the section finale, Jay. She was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Comes right up there with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th and drills the first pitch she sees into the outfield for the game-tying hit. Talk about clutch from your 7-hitter. Another one missing upstairs. Count now 2-2. Down in the Pebbles, this is going to get away. Play at the plate coming and run through, and being safe at the plate is Ragone on another wild pitch. 4th run of the inning for Neshannock.
It was a good hustle to come in standing up.
Another pop-up foul, though, down the first base line.
It's getting close to the first base line there, James.
We have a final score from Mohawk as they take down the top seed Hopewell. Mohawk going to the WPIAL championship game, Jay, with a 6-2 final. They split in the regular season with Hopewell. Full count pitch called, strike 3 on the outside corner, ends the inning, but an effective first inning as Neshannock puts 4 runs on the board thanks to 2 hits and 3 errors. No one left on base. Neshannock 4, Charleroi 0 at the end of 1. We're back in a moment. WPIAL playoff softball action on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. We have a final score from Matulovic Field in 12 innings. Neshannock 5, Burgettstown 3. What a incredible first game of the day for us, and we're trying to breathe now in that one as Neshannock uses the entire pitching staff, and without their top hitter in the playoffs, have made it to the championship game. First pitch swinging here in this quarterfinal game. Charleroi trailing 4-0 in the top of the second inning. It's Stefanik, Lancey, and Perrock, the three hitters due up this inning, Jay. But what a great start for Neshannock here.
Getting 4 in the first really gets my head real quick.
This one again drilled, foul down the first baseline. Count 0-2 in the, there we go, top of the second inning. Doing a little bit of everything here as the sprinkles begin again.
If you got to move, let me know.
We're good. Tell you what, kind of feels good. 3-pitch strikeout for Fry. That's now 4 in a row. She's retired. That's the first backwards K, though, and she's getting right back to her average, 2 per inning on the year. Retires Lancey. That'll bring, retires Stefanik. That brings Lancey to the plate, a .326 hitter on the season. One down here. And she's first pitch swinging, and it's going to be a floater caught by Erin Nogue on the way back. Got it in the palm of the hand, held on for the second out of the inning.
Nice play by Nogue.
2 up, 2 down. Hey, that's how Neshannock started in the bottom of the first inning. How about that? All those runs with 2 outs, Jay.
Yeah, that's true.
That brings Tylee Perrock to the plate. First pitch misses just down and in for ball 1.
Looked like a good pitch to me.
Yeah, just off center here, but she's got a lot of motion, though. We can see a lot of movement on these pitches. And this one does catch the black on the inner half. Evens the count at 1-1.
Looked like the same place the last pitch was to me, but
that's why we're not. That's why we're where we are with a mic and not the one with the mask.
I've never been an umpire for slow pitch softball or fast pitch softball.
Now, think about softball. That ball can move in any of the 4 directions. Really tough to see exactly where it goes across the plate as this one's lined right into the Neshannock dugout. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strike to Perrock. Top of the second inning here at lcsportsnet.com. Good pitch there from Fry. Better hold from Perrock.
A little high, and she held back on it.
The 2-2. Called strike 3 at the letters. Took a little off of it, Jay, and froze Perrock for the second K of the inning, and already 5 of the first 6 retired by the strikeout. Good stuff here so far for Addie Fry and Neshannock. We'll be back in a moment. 4-0 Lancers lead on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Back here to begin the bottom of the second inning. Neshannock already with a 4-0 advantage. First pitch swinging is the 8-hitter, Kat Nativio. Nativio, DiMuccio, and Neshannock, the three due up this inning. Outfield shaded way to the right. Let's see, blocking our pitch cam is center fielder Ella Siplot. Scoring to bunt and pulling back. On that one is Nativio. 4 runs in the in the bottom of the first inning for Neshannock there, Jay, and did a little bit of everything. Some power, some speed, some errors to help as well.
The errors were bad for them. See what happens this inning. Third baseman's really in.
Expecting the bunt and pulling back again is Nativio. 2-1 the count. Nativio on the season, a .265 average, and another one of the 6 players on this team with double-digit stolen bases. 2-1 to count. Misses outside again. 3-1. Salashi got the first 2 batters out in the bottom of the first inning, a ground out and a strikeout, but then error, double, error.
Then you threw a wild pitch in there, too.
Yeah, wild pitch. That's a couple of wild pitches. And a double steal with a third error. That's how you get 4 runs. You see some scores going across the bottom. Mohawk 6-2 final. Neshannock baseball 5-3 final in 12 innings. We got already 2 teams going back to Washington Wild Things Park for the baseball championship. Neshannock with a leadoff walk, trying to make the second softball team into the semifinals, and so far looking so good, Jay.
I'll tell you what, it's early, but it's nice to have a 4-0 lead in a second.
So after the Nativio walk, Katie DiMuccio will step to the plate, and she squares the bunt, lays one down hard down the third base line, but foul. 0-1 to count to DiMuccio. .316 average on the season for DiMuccio. No, brother James is, if he's not here, I know he's listening and watching somewhere. He was the perfect 9-hitter on the boys' side coming up through. Second leadoff guy. Katie trying to do the same thing. Pulls back on this one as the pitch goes well over the head of DiMuccio. Nativio goes to second on the wild pitch. So I unofficially now have 3 wild pitches so far for Salashi. As Neshannock leads 4-0, 1-1 to count. Salashi winds, delivers. DiMuccio squared, pulled back. It actually hit the mask of the catcher, or of the umpire, excuse me. And on a pass ball this time, Nativio will go to third. So a wild pitch and a pass ball, and they're going to give a couple extra seconds, make sure everybody's all right.
Right off the mask.
That's why I'll never be an umpire right there. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Again, squaring, and another wild pitch. And coming to the plate, sliding in head first is DiMuccio. So walk, wild pitch, pass ball, wild pitch. 5 runs now on the board for Neshannock. Called strike on the inside corner, count now runs full to DiMuccio. Still nobody down here in the bottom of the second inning.
Like you said, it's been 4 wild pitches so far, so you have to get a little bit better control of the pitching.
Payoff pitch, chopper down the second, excuse me. Good throw on the run from Pendo to get the out for the first out of the frame.
Now batting number 20, Neshannock.
Charged that well, Jay, and she had to be able to get the speedy DiMuccio down the line.
Got her by about a step.
Now to bring top of the order up, Neshannock mentioned 3rd in the 200, 5th in the 100, both qualifying for the state track meet. That is this weekend, I believe. Athletic Director Ed Fry's in earshot. Track is Saturday, right? Championships? Friday and Saturday. So we'll see both Nalia and Erilyn running for gold at Shippensburg. This one down and in, 1-1 to count. One of the things I wanted to mention, Jay, your first thoughts about, you don't have the catchers given the signs. Both catcher and pitcher in most softball teams, they have the wristband and a call out of numbers. It's a little bit of a different way to display what signs or what pitch is coming as this one's fouled off. You hear that from Neshannock, but it looks like Charleroi are using the traditional signs. It's a little different there.
Yeah, I watched part of the first game, and I noticed the wristbands, and they were yelling out of the dugout what the pitch was, what the numbers were.
I've tried being the math brain that I try to go with. As count now 1-2. Down, bounces in. Count now 2-2. I've tried to see if you could find the pattern, and it's really difficult to do so. Let me tell you, I spent an entire game just for fun trying to find those patterns. Was unable to do so. Here's the 2-2. Downstairs, count will run full to Nogue with one down here in the bottom of the second inning. Neshannock already one run across the board.
That was a good take by Nogue. It was right, just a little bit low, I think.
A good hold at the last second for the Fordham commit. Payoff pitch, ground ball towards second base, taken on a hop and thrown over to first for the out. So a couple of 4-3 putouts. Pendo now with 3 assists already in the game. Tough of getting Aaliyah Nogue out once, nevertheless twice. Now Erilyn Nogue. Again, one of the many basketball players part of this team. She squares the bunt down the third base line, but it goes foul, 0-1 to count. Gotta love the multi-sport athlete here at the 1A, 2A level.
Basketball, baseball, softball, and track.
Checking her swing, and they're going to say that she went. So no balls, 2 strikes to count to Erilyn Nogue.
It's nice the coaches let them play more than one sport.
Especially when they're in the same season. 0-2, lifted foul and out of play. Erilyn with 18 RBI on the season as well. And again, both Erilyn and Nalia unable to play in their first round matchup here in softball because that was the same day as the track championships in the WPIAL. They were supposed to be able to make it to their game at Swickley Academy, but meet didn't go as quickly as everybody wanted.
Just like sometimes these softball games and baseball games don't go as quick as you think.
Like what, a 12-inning game you mean? That game went so long that Jay's brother Lee, well, he had to leave in, I think it was the 9th inning, because he had another game he had to cover.
Lee's a busy man these days.
Aren't we all? 1-2 lifted into shallow left field, and it's going to fall in for a hit, and it takes a wicked hop on the turf. And the speedy Erilyn Nogue never let up. She was thinking double the whole way, and on just a little floater, it finds some green. Her first hit, and a 2-out double. And watch out, because Jay, that's when the action started in the last inning too, all with 2 outs.
That's true. We'll see what happens here.
Fry, who reached on an error in her first at-bat. First pitch swinging and swings through the fastball for strike 1. Has a team-high 44 RBI on the year. Yeah, you heard that right, 44 on the year.
And also you said the 7 homers.
Lays off this one as it misses upstairs. And when talking with some of the coaches, fans, and parents about it, they all said the same thing. Like, yeah, she's great, but those RBIs are easy to come by when you have Nalia and Erilyn in front of you in the lineup. This one gets away from the younger behind the plate. Wild pitch again.
Are you keeping track of them?
I'm trying to. 5 wild pitches and a passed ball. Now runner at third base. 2-1 count. This one's drilled towards left center field. That's going to fall in for another extra base hit. Back-to-back 2-out doubles. Addie Fry make it 45 RBI on the year. And make it a 6-0 Neshannock advantage.
That was a shot, James. First left the bat, I thought it might have had a chance to get out of here, but it didn't.
Yeah, a little too much top spin on that one, but she'll now come to the dugout. Alina Frangel will go back out there as the courtesy runner. Brings Hunter Newman to the plate. First pitch swinging foul back to the screen. How about this? Neshannock 4 hits. They're all doubles.
That's the way to do it.
2 to right, 2 to left. 0-1 to count to Newman. Make it 1-1 as that one misses upstairs. So 45 RBIs now for Fry. A pedestrian 30 RBIs on the season for Hunter Newman in the cleanup spot. Only 30. What's wrong with her? Ground ball. This might be 31 as that's going to get through past a diving second baseman. Good effort from Pendo, but out of her reach. And there is RBI number 31 of the season. And there's the first single of the game for the Lancers.
She's trying to catch up. She did a nice job going with the outside pitch, taking this to right field.
You love that. Hitting to all fields. And first pitch swinging again is Gabby Quinn. She had a first pitch swinging RBI double in her first at-bat, trying to extend this 7-0 Lancer advantage. Another first pitch, or second pitch swing this time. She doesn't get cheated up there, does she, Jay?
She likes to swing the bat.
That's how it should be. Quinn, a .455 hitter. Now at 27 ribbies on the season for her. The 0-2. Misses outside. That's going to get away.
Newman down to second.
How do you want to rule that one?
Pass ball, I would say.
I was leaning the same. I wanted to confirm. We also have the Union Rochester game going on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Try to get you a score update of that one as we go along in this. Newman at second, 1-2 pitch, and this one's drilled towards left field, but maybe just got under it. Thought it had more off the bat than that. Tyler Perrock was able to settle under it pretty routinely for the third out of the inning. But more damage done. 3 runs on 3 hits and a runner left on base. 7-0 Neshannock leads as we head to the top of the third inning. Back in a moment. That's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
There's a look at your Class 2A bracket coming into today's game. 1 versus 8 going on here. Neshannock with the 7-0 lead. Chartiers, Houston, Laurel in the 4-5 matchup. And on the other side, 2-7, Fraser against Seton LaSalle. Bentworth, the 14 seed against 6-seeded Olsh. Jay, you noticed something there during the break. The Charleroi coaching staff trying to get their team amped up. So a lot of game left.
It's only top of the 4th, but they're going to have to get something going here pretty soon. Because I don't think you can keep Neshannock down too much longer. They're about to explode again, I think.
Take advantage one at bat at a time, and this is a good way to start. Your 4, 5, 6 hitters, Salashi, Stefanik, and Lancey. The 3 due up. And first pitch swinging, drilled down first base, but foul and out of play.
What a good swing in that pitch, just drove her foul.
Salashi fouled off a few pitches before she eventually was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning.
One of the 8 strikeout victims so far.
And quickly up 0-2 now is Fry. Top of the 4th inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second for Neshannock. The 0-2, swung on and missed. 3-pitch strikeout. Just like that. Make it a 9 strikeout day. Just a subtle difference, a subtle speed change there, Jay, is all it takes.
That's it. That look a little slower there, too.
Little eye candy. Designated player Stefanik able to hold off. Team leader in both batting average and runs batted in on the year is Emma. 455 hitter, and she drills this one the other way into right field for a 1-out single, or was it? It was going to be a close play at first base, but able to get there in time is Stefanik as Nativio came up firing.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 16.
That was a little closer than it should have been. But she made it.
That brings up Maddie Lancey with 1 down. 3rd hit of the game for Charleroi. Lancey, who put 1 in play. Ground ball towards second base. Throw to second for 1. Throw to first for the twin killer. A 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Giordano to Erlin to Newman. Even though there's a hit, 3 up, 3 down. To end the inning, we'll go to the bottom of the 4th with Neshannock leading 7-0 here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Standout platform, that's where today's play of the game may end up. Our Maley Chiropractic play of the game to be announced at the conclusion of this one. And that was a potential nominee, a double play to end the top of the 4th inning. 4-6-3, and perfect transition. Got a clean bounce and a perfect throw from second to short and then short to first base. You couldn't really draw it up any better than that one, Jay.
That's the way you turn double play.
Simple as that. As now Neshannock brings the 9-1-2 hitters to the plate. DiMuccio, Nogue, and Nogue. This one misses upstairs, 2-1 to count. Winner plays Laurel officially. Laurel defeats Chartiers Houston 4-1. So we know the opponent. Will it be Lawrence County against Lawrence County? We will see in the next hour or so as this one's fisted foul down the first base line. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to DiMuccio, who grounded out in her first plate appearance of the day.
You said Neshannock played Laurel during the year and beat them.
Twice. Pretty impressive to say that. I believe those are, Laurel has 3 losses on the year. One is to Beaver, the 4A #1 school, and the other 2 are to Neshannock. So that tells you about how good Laurel is. Laurel also, though, how about this? They're the 3-time defending district champions. That should tell you enough there, as this one's popped up and caught by the catcher. Good play to get out from behind the deck by DeUnger to get the first out of the inning. Not easy to do to get up from the crouch position there, Jay, and get up and make that catch.
I used to catch when I was younger, and it's tough getting up.
How do the knees feel now, 40 years later?
What knees?
Good point. So Nalia Nogue, a couple of ground outs. Watch the first pitch up at the eyes as she walks through the zone. Ball 1. 2 doubles, 2 triples, also a home run to her credit. This one misses high and outside. 2-2 the count.
Now, if they play Laurel, when are they going to be playing this next game?
Wednesday here is what we were being told.
What about pitching?
No pitching rules. Another one grounder towards second base, and unable to get the ball out of the glove this time, though, was Pendo. She's had an incredible game, but on that one, just because it got caught in the glove, couldn't make the transition. Nogue's on base.
There's no pitch count?
No pitch count. In fact, there was a non-section, or actually it was a section game, excuse me. Final score was 30-0. We'll start with that. It was a 1A team, and the issue, as this one's ground ball up the middle, we're going to get a tag out. No, she avoided the tag at second base. What an attempt there from the shortstop, Lena Henderson, but could not get the speedy Nalia Nogue as she was off with the pitch. So fielder's choice will get Erilyn on base. Crazy, crazy play there, has both Nogues now on base. But to finish the thought, that 30-0 game, it was Rochester pitching. They had lost their #1 pitcher, so they only had their #2, and you're lucky if you have a #2 in 1A softball. She threw 181 pitches in 3 innings because they had no one else who could throw. Squaring to bunt, throw down to third base, and sliding in there, and the ball was called out. Thought I saw the ball down on the turf, but must have held on to it long enough for the caught stealing. Nogue will go to second. Can't say that very often. Nalia Nogue caught stealing. Great throw down from DeUnger.
I agree with you. I thought the ball was on the ground, but must not have been.
This one gets away on the wild pitch. Will allow Erilyn Nogue to get to third. 1-1 to count to Addie Fry.
So 181 pitches, and then she pitched a couple days later.
She would have been eligible to pitch the next day if she wanted to. 2-1 to count. I mean, yes, very tiring to be throwing as hard as some of these girls do, but the underhand motion not nearly as stressful on an arm as the overhand pitching motion in baseball. 2-1, make it 3-1 as this one misses outside.
The way Fry's bringing it today, you'd want her to pitch the next game.
You're not wrong. 3 balls, 1 strike. This one popped up on the right side of the infield. Pendo gets back towards the green stuff and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but a runner stranded in scoring position. We've played 4 here from Mars. 7-0 Neshannock with the lead. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Ponce's Insurance. Love the life you live.
Top of the 5th we go. To the plate, Tylee Perrock, the 7-8-9 hitters. Perrock, Eddy, and Sippold due up for Charleroi. As Addie Fry steps to the circle and to the plate, Perrock, ball 1 the call. We were talking between innings there, Jay, and it is crucial to have that second pitcher because you never know what might happen. As this one is drilled deep down the right field line, giving chase but running out of real estate is Nativio. 1-1 the count, but I mean, you look at Hempfield, who had one of the best pitchers in the state. She gets injured. Teams having some troubles at times this year. You look at Ligonier Valley, one of the top pitchers in the state in Class 2A. She gets injured, the team goes down. You need to have that number 2 available. This one misses inside, 2-1 to count. Both these teams with a really good number 2. Abigail Measle, who was the starter all last year for Neshannock, now a sophomore. She's got 5 or 6 wins, 6 wins on the season. She has a sub-1 ERA. This one ground ball off the heel of Newman. Great effort, and then slides back to first base to get the out at first. 3 unassisted for the putout.
Beautiful play by Newman. First she dug it out of the dirt and then turned on, just dove to the bag, hit the bag before the runner got there.
Did her job, got the ball knocked down first. Charleroi also with a pretty good number 2 in Emma Stefanik. Designated player here today, but when called upon, she's had a couple games that she's started, and then Salashi has come in relief, so you need to have those options available. This one fouled and giving chase, but running out of real estate on it was the catcher, Gabby Parad. Because, yeah, again, even though it's not nearly as taxing, and you see back-to-back days you're going, or Fry and Autumn Boyd of Laurel, I think both were in the 120, 130 pitch count in their extra inning game. It still takes a toll. If you're playing that next day and you have a decent number 2, I would for sure be pitching her rather than throwing somebody else again on the very next day. Just logically, right?
Yes.
No balls, 2 strikes to count here to Reese Eddy, who reached on an infield single on a little slapper to shorten her first at bat. Chokes way up on the 0-2, now chokes down at the very last second. Good hold as that one rose up and out of the zone.
Fry's really mixing the pitches up good.
Waiting for the call from the bench. The 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Assume getting the calls from Coach Schaefer, when that would be appropriate. His daughter pitched with Neshannock on their way to a state championship and at championship at Penn State, and that's where she ended up pitching for the next 4 years. Was out there at Happy Valley. This one grounded foul down the first baseline. Count will remain 2-2. So I think he knows a little something or other about some softball, especially pitching.
He must know something. He discovered this one, that's for sure.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Another one chopped foul. Just barely getting a piece of it there. Is Eddy. Reese able to hang on. Mentioned again, these 2 teams played in an extra inning game last year. Neshannock the 9 seed, Charleroi the 8 seed in that one. Neshannock victorious 5-3. Good off-speed pitch. Got her way out in front for the 10th strikeout. That's call it the super change there.
Now batting number 10, Ella Seipold.
I think I could have hit that pitch. Slow as that was.
Yeah, but after you've seen 60 miles an hour to drop down to that one, probably in the mid-40s. Makes it very difficult when you can have that big of a speed change. Now Ella Seibold will step to the plate.
Inside corner of that pitch. Called strike.
Mixing the speeds, but mixing the locations also crucial. Squaring to bunt. Right back to the pitcher. Throw to first from Fry to DiMuccio. Or excuse me, to Giordano. I'll get it right eventually. Fry to Giordano, 1-4 on the putout. Charleroi goes down in order. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Neshannock on top of Charleroi, 7-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
First pitch swinging as we're back here. And this one's going to go off the wall from Newman, swinging on the first pitch. And another double. Newman just ripping the cover off of the softball. She's 3 for 3.
She crushed that ball. Hit off the fence about part way up. They didn't have a chance to get that pitch, that ball after it went out.
We barely had a chance to get back on the air. She says, I'm not waiting for anybody. Crushes it, her second double of the day. Now she stands at second base. Gabby Quinn at the plate, watches ball one downstairs. She's now got 32 red zone RBIs, does Newman. How about Quinn? That's the first pitch that she didn't swing at. Good hold, that one up in the zone, catches the top of the zone, evens a count of 1-1, a little delayed steal. Newman caught the defense napping. That's her 13th swipe bag of the season.
They didn't even see what was going on. She was halfway to third base before it even looked.
And then this ball lifted into center field will be caught there by Seibold, but the throw in will not be in time, and the stolen base turns into a sac fly and another RBI for Quinn.
Her second one of the day.
Another red zone RBI. Make sure you stop by the red zone just a few minutes up the road from Neshannock High School. All sorts of championship gear going to be coming your way now, thanks to everybody there at the red zone for all that they do for us and all they're going to do. No, they're going to be busy for sure in the next few days as they prepare. 3 teams already will be going to championship games coming up. Gabby Perrod reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. She grounds this one for her first hit of the game as it gets past the second baseman. Perrod, a 480 hitter on the season, staying hot through the playoffs. Had 11 ribbies in the regular season, Jay. She had 8 in the first round game, and now she'll check out as Aubrey Ragone will again run for her as the courtesy for the catcher.
8 RBIs, that's something.
Mentioned that Neshannock has a couple wins over 5A ranked teams. I got a fun stat coming for you here as this one's called strike on the outside to Allie Giordano. In that game against Armstrong, a mercy rule win, by the way, 14-4 over Armstrong. Addie Fry had 10 RBIs in that game. 10 of the 14 runs scored, but because she hit him in. Ground ball to the first baseman, throw to second, but the throw is going to be wide, and that's going to allow the runner to advance to third, and Giordano all the way to second. So going to be E3, allowing the runners to advance. And don't mind the idea there. It's a ball that was grounded a little bit off of the bag. Jones tried to throw it to second, but Henderson could not hold on. And now with that, too, this is the Bottom of the fifth inning, Jay. That means that is the winning run at second base. Third base way in. Good pick behind the dish from DeUnger, as that one was in the pebbles.
Her control has been too good today.
5 wild pitches, 2 pass balls. I think sometimes trying to overthrow a little bit at times, Jay. Another one that gets away, but DeUnger able to get a piece of it enough. Ragone has to stay at third, and we're going to have a Pontius Insurance trip to the mound. Gives us a chance to give a shout out to Dan Pontius and his entire team. Just like Charleroi is going to get a chance to talk over their needs with their coach. Well, that's what you get when you talk to your coach, Dan Pontius of Pontius Insurance. Putting the attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. You can visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com. Love the life you live, worry-free. Again, coming up after the game in our Tri-County Principals post-game show, we'll give a final look at everything from tonight, some last stats and figures, and of course give out our awards, the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, as well as our LCAP Player of the Game Award. Visit lcap.org, that's lccap.org, for more information on find out how you can assist in their goal of eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty in and around Lawrence County. So Nativio at the plate. Giordano is the winning run at second base. Ragone, the courtesy runner, standing at third. That one misses upstairs. 3-0 now the count.
There's only one out in the inning, too.
DiMuccio in the on-deck circle. That's DiMuccio not in the on-deck circle. Somebody else ready to swing. Looks like that's Abigail Measle. Off-speed pitch down at the knees. 3-1 now the count. Measle, the number 2 pitcher that we were talking about. Great numbers in the circle at 6-0. 67 strikeouts and only 3 walks in 40 innings pitched.
That's control there.
Ball 4. First walk of the game by my count. Double check me. No, second walk of the game, excuse me. And actually both drawn by Nativio, but now bases full of Lancers. And we will get the pinch hitter in Abigail Measle, who is not too shabby at the plate either. How about a 478 hitter when she's been at the plate?
Now batting number 4,
I think about 3/4 of these players are over 300.
I mean, look at the team average, Jay. That's incredible. As a team.
That's definitely incredible.
446 as a team. An on-base percentage of over 500. First pitch in their first strike one to Measle, who's hitting in the 9 spot. Ragone at third, Giordano at second, Nativio running at first. This one poked down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Coming to the plate, and the throw not in time. It was a forced play at the plate, but they went for the tag. Did DeUnger not on the plate, and sliding in there safely at home is Ragone. So that'll be an RBI single for Abigail Measle.
I think she would have been safe even if she would have caught the ball without trying to tag her.
It would have been close. Measle 7 RBIs, and now Nogue will try to end it. First pitch swinging and fouled off the fence. Good catch by DeUnger off the fence, though it will not count. And now Giordano, the winning run at third. Salashy to deliver. Grounder towards second base. Throw to the plate is not in time. There's the 10th run across the board. That's your ball game. Fielder's choice gets the final run in. Nogue, her 9th ribby of the year to end it in 5 innings. Neshannock with 4 in the first, 2 in the third, or I'm sorry, 3 in the second and 3 in the fifth. A 10-0 victory. Neshannock against Laurel coming in the semifinals. Your Tri-County Principals post-game show coming when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
That was awesome.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Ponce's Insurance. Love the life you live.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale-Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. It's the Tri-County Principals post-game show here at lcsportsnet.com, your Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP, and your ball game, 10-0 the final score. Neshannock 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and 3 in the fifth for the victory here today. Jay Moan, a strong performance for the Lancers, and we get always a strong performance when we have, oh, no, thank you. Always a strong and fun day when you got Coach G in the house here too, though. I don't know, I'm a little disappointed. She wouldn't take my advice and take the chair, but
thank you.
When have we ever seen Coach G sitting down during a ball game? Never. Well, go ahead and prepare to have your fake chair right here on Wednesday is what we're being told. Very likely we'll be right back here for the Neshannock versus Laurel semifinal game. So let's take a look at that bracket. Haven't heard any scores for the bottom half, but Neshannock 10-0, Laurel 4-1 over Chartiers Houston. But today just too much Addie Fry on the mound with 10 strikeouts, Jay, and too much power at the plate. Not a lot of hits, taking advantage of a few errors, but in the end, just way too much Neshannock in this one.
Well, Charleroi, only had 3 hits, too. That was the other thing. They weren't even making good contact. Well, with the 10 strikeouts, you're not going to make much contact then.
Yeah, 10 strikeouts in the game for Addie Fry. 4 in the first on 2 hits, 3 in the second on 3 hits, and then 3 more in the last inning on 3 more hits for Neshannock in the game. 3 of those hits today. Hunter Newman, 3 for 3, a pair of RBI. She is our LCAP Player of the Game recipient. Congratulations to Hunter Newman for our LCAP Player of the Game award. She will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in honor of being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. Again, 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. You can view the full list at lcsportsnet.com and click on Player of the Game. Congratulations, Hunter Newman, our LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, changing lives. And as for the Bailey Chiropractic play of the game, Jay. We had a couple of options, but looked like a rally might be starting for Charleroi there in the 4th inning. Maddie Lancey up to bat after a hard base hit for Stefanik, but a perfectly executed double play for your play of the game, Giordano to Nogue to Newman.
It was a 6-4-3, and it's just the way you write it up. Perfect.
Couldn't have done it much better, so why don't you do the honors, my man?
Good.
Bailey Chiropractic, proud. Just going to do this. Think we got it now. They turned our power off, ladies and gentlemen. So Bailey Chiropractic, proud to give our play of the game to Ali Giordano of Neshannock for the 4-6-3 double play. Video of tonight's game will also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. You can view the play of the game by going to lcsportsnet.com. Click on play of the game. Let Bailey Chiropractic keep you in the game. Neshannock against Laurel, that means that we'll have 4 teams. How about that, Jay? We got the 3 baseball, and we know one of those softball teams will make it to the championship as well. Well, I guess that's going to do it.
Gonna have to be.
Gonna have to be, as they've cut the power here. So we will say sayonara for now. We'll be back here tomorrow for Union softball, and likely back here Wednesday for Neshannock against Laurel. One last time, 10-0 Neshannock with the lead. Thanks to everyone at Lawrence County SportsNet for all they do, all of our fine sponsors. For Jay Moe, my broadcast colleague, I'm James Dotson signing off. You've been watching playoff softball action, not only on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, but also on the Lawrence County Sports Network. Have a great night, everyone. That's impressive. If I don't tell them, they do it every time. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Did they say for sure what time the game is?
Sounds like it's turning to probably be 1. All right, I need Allie and I need Hunter.
5 calls. Hunter!
Get over here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Boy, it's closing up time. I'm doing a kitty glass.
Tell Allie to come here.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. It happens. Right. Go get him on Wednesday, whatever it is.
Can you go get the game?
Yeah, what'd you think?
Yes. It's like there's an inkling, so.
I'm sure, yeah.
So today he's like, I'll play that one. Congratulations.
Hunter! Thanks, Ben. Right to you.
Allie, give one here and here. William Denver.
Aaron never got one of those.
Allie! Allie! Barry! Oh, wait.
They have all played together. Great.
I can say that word.
Hunter, I loved your dive one too.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
That one's weird.
You want to move this, Ben?
This should be. Oh, yeah. Send it to me after you get it.